My name is Sandford and I'm the Trust-wide Lead for Allied Health Professionals at East London NHS Foundation Trust. I've been working as a music therapist for the past 20 years, and my journey towards being Trust Lead was certainly not a straightforward A to B narrative. I've taken a journey that's taken me through the ups and downs of the hills of Northern Ireland to London, and then through the NHS and a whole range of services to the point where I'm now leading a group of AHPs of around 450 staff, professionally and strategically guiding the operational development of those services within the Trust. When I started my career in Northern Ireland, I was one of only 7 music therapists in the entire country. And that was, I affectionately call, my boot full of instruments period, where I literally had a little car and I drove around Northern Ireland, visiting a whole range of clinical settings, including learning disabilities day centres, centres for adults with physical disabilities, psychiatric centres, special schools. I also did some teaching, and in those 2 years I had a tremendous learning curve which allowed me to see the breadth and depth of what AHPs could offer. I think management is really varied now in the NHS. The breadth and depth of what you can do includes project management, service transformation, working really closely with service users, carers, to think about what their contribution, their views are in relation to the system and how you might change care pathways for the better. There's also a whole new array of systems management experience available now, and that includes the STP footprints, thinking about working across the boundaries from social care into acute care, mental health. And that big macro view is a really exciting place to be for AHPs in relation to how our holistic view of care offers solutions. It's a fast-paced environment, the NHS today, and that's something I really enjoy. I love the cut and thrust of the challenges that emerge every day. But I think my AHP identity gives me another set of skills which are also equally valuable and equally helpful. So the capacity to sit and watch and wait and wonder, which is often what happens in music therapy sessions when you're waiting for often very vulnerable service users to elicit responses or share their voice, which may be very, very limited. I think it's that watching, that waiting and that wondering which can give space for new creativity to emerge in a whole range of different ways, even within management contexts as well. I think there are around 300 music therapists or arts therapists who work in the NHS today. There's no option for arts therapists apart from putting your head above the parapet and sharing what you do in a very active, proactive way. You've got to demonstrate you're interested in what you do, you've got to share your passion, and you've got to get the attention of those around you in a very busy, demanding, challenging environment. When you do that, though, doors open. People take notice and people think to themselves, gosh, there's something in this. And I don't think that applies just to arts therapists. I think all AHPs need to have that drive and vigour to launch their careers and demonstrate what they do. I think it used to be the story in the NHS that launching your career was a bit like getting a rocket off the ground. It took a tremendous amount of energy to get that rocket into space, and then you float around weightlessly enjoying your career for the next 20 or 30 years. Those days are gone. We constantly need to relaunch our rocket in the context of where health is moving today and how we respond to the challenges that are around us. My advice to AHPs out there who are thinking about changing the direction of their career is try a new thing, give it a go, see how it feels, embrace the creativity, be a little bit disruptive, ask questions, and don't be afraid to fail.